How to easily repair detached or bubbled drywall tape. Drywall tape adheres to the two adjoining sections of sheetrock when joint compound is applied to the joint first, with the tape applied over the joint compound followed by one or two coats of all-purpose compound. Sometimes the tape dries too fast or doesn't have enough compound applied between it and the sheetrock and it detaches or bubbles. There is no need to cut away the offending tape as suggested by others. Steps. 1. Gather the things you'll need, listed below. 2. In a small bowl pour in 1 tablespoon of wood glue and 1 tablespoon of water. Mix well. Remove the plunger from the syringe and pour the mix into the syringe. Insert the plunger just enough to seal the syringe, then turn the syringe upward so that the needle is pointed up. Allow the mix to settle on top of the plunger for a few seconds, then push the plunger in until the mix starts to come out of the needle. 3. Insert the needle into the area where the tape has bubbled or detached and inject a small amount of glue. Repeat this injection every 2 inches along the offending tape. Using a damp sponge, press the tape against the drywall to thoroughly spread the mix. Any excess glue will be absorbed by the sponge. Wipe the area with fresh water, then apply enough wax paper to cover the repair spot. 4. Place the towel over the flat piece of wood, then against the wax paper with the towel facing the wax paper. Holding the flat wood with one hand, place the 2x4 brace against the flat wood and attach the brace with a small screw. The 2x4 should be at a 45-degree angle from the floor up to the wall where the repair was made. Screws may be needed to attach the 2x4 brace to the floor if unfinished. If the floor is finished, no screws will be needed if it is carpeted. If it is tiled, wood or vinyl, then another 2x4 can be used to prevent the brace from sliding by making it long enough to lay on the floor the distance from the opposing wall to the point where the brace meets the floor. If the opposing wall is too far away, then a heavy object may be placed on the floor to prevent the brace from sliding. If the repair is on the ceiling, no screws will be needed. The 2x4, however, will need to be cut 1/4 inch longer than the distance from the floor to the flat wood on the ceiling. Simply place the flat wood over the repair spot, along with the towel, and wedge in the 2x4 down to the floor. 5. Let dry for a minimum of 3 hours. In most cases, the repair will not even be noticeable. 6. If the edge of the tape is prominent after the completed repair, dress it with a small amount of joint compound and a sponge. Apply just enough joint compound to the prominent tape edge to fill it in. Then apply a thin film of compound over this patch and dab it with a wet sponge to give the finish some texture. Let dry, lightly sand and paint. Things. Syringe with a large needle can be purchased at most feed and grain stores or a veterinary supply. Wood glue. Wax paper. A towel. A flat piece of wood large enough to cover the area being worked on. Another piece of wood, like a 2x4, that can be used as a brace. Tips. Move along with the repair at a steady pace without interruption. Warnings. Be sure to keep the room temperature at or above 60 degrees for 24 hours before the repair and for 24 hours after the repair. If the wall is too cold, the glue may not set properly.